I've recently joined the ISB board in the last year or so, so I'm a member of the wider board of trustees, but I don't at the moment have a specific responsibility on the board. I've been Professor of Entrepreneurship and Economics at Cardiff University and Cardiff Business School for the last 18 months or so, and prior to that I had worked in a couple of other universities, also in Wales, where I've had business school dean roles. ISB is the main, if you like, learned society for academics who are working in the area of entrepreneurship and small business. I started coming to the ISB conferences maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I had a bit of a sort of switch in direction in my own career in terms of the work I was doing, and ISB became the obvious place to go and find other people who were working on similar topics and interest, and also to showcase the work that I was starting to do at that time. And I found ISB a real breath of fresh air compared to a lot of other academic bodies I'd been involved with. First of all, there's a really strong collegial, friendly atmosphere. People were really interested in finding out about what you were up to. There was a lot of support going on for younger academics, encouraging them to become involved. I think, generally speaking, it was an eye-opener to me, the kind of enormous range of work that was going on, spanning not just the whole range of topics that entrepreneurship and small business covers. And it is a very big area, it's a growing area, but also the kind of range of different methodologies that people are using. For myself, I do a lot of work in quantitative methods, which involves me using large data sets. I'm a bit of a numbers nerd, really, I suppose. But I do occasionally stray into qualitative work, and it was really interesting to be able to understand a bit more about the range of different approaches that people are using to their research and the results that are coming from that. This year's conference looks to be, promises to be really interesting in terms of the different tracks that are going to be taking part in the conference. One of the things I'm particularly interested in myself is that we've got a new track on self-employment and solo working, solo business ownership, and the gig economy. And I think there are some really important topics there to be addressed. The gig economy is a huge concern at the moment, but I think that the rising self-employment in the UK, something like 2 out of every 5 jobs at the moment being created in the UK are actually they're not really jobs in a sense, they're people setting up on their own. And they're not all in the gig economy. A lot of those people are setting up businesses for themselves. So I think to try and understand a bit more about what's going on there, and to start to understand some of the implications for that and how we might be supporting what academics might have to say about how we support those people is going to be really interesting. What I see ISB is as an academic learned society, if you like. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't have an important role in connecting people, in drawing in people who are working within the policy and practitioner arena, with other organisations that have an advocacy role with small businesses and with the self-employed, and to be able to do a translational job which says, well, this is the body of work that academics in this area are doing, and these are the debates that are emerging. How can we then translate that for you so that we can help you to understand more about how those debates apply to the practical aspects of formulating policy for small business and for entrepreneurs, or for providing professional support for small businesses and for people who are running their own businesses.